we're back. We had a minor power failure, and but we've got everything back on, so we're good. Boom. Okay. Where were we? Oh, right. You were walking home with Taka, and so you get to a row house that it looks like it. Do a just a intelligence check.
15.
For him being a small-sized character, this is definitely a human-sized house.
Right. Yes. He did explain how he has altered the inside to
Yes.
modify the floor, put in a couple extra floors
Mm-hmm.
in general. So
How tall is your character?
5'2".
Okay. So he takes you.
Down.
He takes you to to the door, opens it up, and there's just a cacophony of squealing excitedness as you see tiny gobber children's running around, being excited and playing and stuff, and then they see Daddy, and then people start, they start coming up to him, and these are like the smaller of the small ones, and so everybody's very excited to see him, except for the two women who are both looking at him with their arms crossed and not you better have a good reason for why you're late look on your face. On their face.
Feet tapping?
Yep, everything.
My eyes are this big.
And then, and you see, you see and you feel little tiny hands touching, like, you. It's like, not in a weird way, but just like, oh, a new person, you must be a friend, we should have, and they're all talking at the same time. And Taka seems to be able to handle that without any problem. And he's answering questions, shooting off stuff left and right, like he is on point with everything that's happening. He doesn't drop the ball on remembering people's names, or like answering them like in turn, so that he can keep up with all of the conversations about, 7 children telling them how their day was, and all the weird stuff that they did, and all the stuff that one of them did, and then the other one tattled, and so they both got in trouble, kind of scenarios. And it is a very hectic place. You do notice, though, that fortunately, the ceilings that he has made in this redone house are about, I think they're close to 6 feet, so you do actually fit in the house without having to bend down most of the time, except for door frames and like the hanging lighting fixtures that are interspersed throughout the rooms and hallways and whatnot. So I don't know if you've been to or been in a row house. I used to live in one in England, and essentially you open the door, there's a, like, what do they call those, a shotgun hallway? Something? And there's a shotgun hallway and stairs that go up on the right-hand side to the upper floors. And there is a large parlor area to the immediate left after you enter the door, and so there's a hallway, there's a parlor area, that's where a lot of things are happening right now. Down at the end of the shotgun hallway is where the kitchen is, and where you see these 2 gobber women waiting for him to explain what is happening, and why he's brought home a dinner guest, and why he decided that he was not going to come home on time to enjoy his favorite meal. They're looking at you.
I said that we should take tomorrow off, and we should all, including you two and the children and everything, so I can meet you properly. Go to um um
Gordon's Groves Park.
Gordon's Groves Park, so we could go there and have a nice day because you know, the last holiday wasn't really a holiday with all the undead being around here. So I talked him into taking tomorrow off, which I thought would be nice. And then we had to work late because we have a deadline on this particular project, so we stayed late. I'm sorry.
So these two. I'm not gonna do like this stereotypical thing where, you know, like, oh, all gobbers look alike. You know, that's not really how this works in real life. But they're both very they're small women. They're definitely, you know, they're not close to 3 feet. Like there's no way they're over 3 feet. And they have really soft looking skin. You remember when you saw like the swamp gobbers and, you know, the other, you know, they look much more genteel, I guess is a good way to put it.
Civilized.
Yeah.
Like weathered.
Yeah, so they both look relatively young, and they both look like they haven't birthed like tens of children, which is weird. But maybe it's just like how their bodies are, whatever. You know, they look very nice and very young, and then you know, the one on the left has a long darker hair, and the one on the right has a short, lighter colored hair. Like, I don't want to call it blonde because everything is like shades of brown and black really around. But it's definitely a lighter color. And wearing dresses, doing stuff. The one with the dark hair has an apron on, you know, and you can see like stains on it from flour or something, you know. And so as you're like stuttering over an explanation, go ahead and make a perception check.
Where are you, perception?
13.
Okay. So the darker haired one is about to speak, and then Chaka moves forward past like the throng of children. He's like, "It's my fault. Don't blame her. It was my fault. I wanted to get everything done. I was really excited about this project, and you know I love my projects, and I wanted to make sure it was done, and she was very willing to help. And then she had the idea of going to the park tomorrow. So I'm not going to work tomorrow, and we can all spend time together. A whole day, just us." And then the dark one was like, "Is this the one you were telling us about?" And he was, "Are you shrinking down?" And he's like, yes, this is Inari. She is my apprentice. She follows my work, and then I teach her things. And she's like, I thought she'd be taller. And as you are, like, straightening yourself, they, the dark-haired one who has been speaking bursts into laughing at your shenaniganry. And, you know, and the lighter-haired one is like, it's fine. We made sure that it was staying on the stove. Everything's warm and ready to go. So these people just turned into, like, from the really hard-looking staring into, like, happy and jovial, everything's wonderful again. And they have, like, in the parlor, you notice that there is actually, the floor is flat until you see him, like, basically pull a lever, and a circular depression goes through, so that live with and then the center circle rises, so there's like a seating and a large round table that a lot of little gobbers can fit around, and the older gobbers are helping bringing out food, and oops, they're asking the darker haired one introduces herself as Ezalunda. I believe that's how I pronounced her name before. Let's see. Yep, Ezalunda and Trajulash. You could just call her Trey, though. It's easier. But Ezalunda likes her full name. She will tell you so. So, you have lots of conversations, all sorts of stuff. You have people asking you question after question, and you don't know how Taka can keep up with all these tiny voices. I mean, you can't even really make any of them out sometimes. You don't even know that they're speaking real words. But he seems to understand everything they're saying, and is, going back and forth, explaining who you are and how you met and what they're doing together, all sorts of stuff. And then Trey asks, like, well, why did you bring her here? And this is where you can say something if you want.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's actually my fault. I didn't really want to walk home alone and get murdered.
So, a couple of the younger ones, their eyes go like, like, it's like,
And then I forget that I'm around a bunch of people. Start shoving food into my face, and then just like.
And he's like, don't worry, no one's getting murdered tonight. That's what Taka says. And he's like, so, Ezaluna will insist that you stay the night so you don't have to walk home in the dark where it could be dangerous. And so you are given a guest area, which is really, like, it's up 2 flights of stairs, and it's kind of off to the side, like a very small area. Well, small for you.
Right.
With a bed that isn't just this much too short. And offer to stay the night, and then, tomorrow we'll all go to the park.
Yay!
Yeah. This is ridiculous. I have to, start memorizing all these names. I wrote them down. So, that's your evening. Yoshiram, what you got going on, sir? It's been a very eventful day of writing out schedules and talking to the people that are under you and making sure they have all of their job functions in order for the next, 2-3 weeks before, the shifts start to change again. And, yeah, you've been, talking to a lot of people. And how does your character deal with, talking to a lot of people most of the day?
Oh, I mean, I think that I'm pretty comfortable talking to people. I mean, it's not like, it's not incredibly exhausting for me to have conversations for, extended periods of time.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Alright, so, your day's been relatively mundane compared to literally everyone else's right now. And,
Lots of paperwork.
I know. So you realize that you haven't seen any of your friends in like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah, that's it. Middle management is a lonely life. Because you can't be friends with the people that work for you. But I think I probably need to get started thinking of get a plan together for how I'm gonna do my second job. I would definitely will need help from some of my real friends. Like people that actually have have experience in underground operations.
Mm-hmm.
So I might have to see if I can find Emmett somewhere around town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, where would you like to look?
Oh, let's see. Well, I can't say every bar, but would I be aware of one or two of his regular haunts?
I would say by now, yes.
Okay. Well, let's see. Would one of them be the quad iron?
Yes.
Also, the one down by the water.
And the one down by the water, the fallen star. I don't know if you want to start there, though, you know, in your nice spiffy uniform and stuff.
Oh yeah, so do I actually have, like, something more than a tabard now?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got, like, pins on it or something. I don't know.
I have a gold star instead of what is that?
Oh, yeah, no, not the little weird shoulder strings. Not those.
I wear a sash with many medals on it that I haven't earned. Yeah, you know, I will, I think, I might, hang my tabard up before I leave, the office, because I don't want to be, like, you know, sporting my, high status around town
Okay.
on my off hours.
Good plan. You don't want people coming up to you and asking questions and help me save my baby or something.
Yeah.
Or get my cat out of a tree.
I can't help the cat.
Sweet, my baby.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
like,
over there.
I might say it would be the
Well, no, the baby is the cat stuck in the tree.
Oh, no.
I thought you meant like a small child.
No. No, I wouldn't throw that at him because he actually would do something there.
I would try to save the baby. Fall out of the tree.
My baby climbed up this tree. I don't know how it got up there.
It was a witch!
Yeah. Turned it into a newt. Climbed the tree itself.
Then it got better.
Alright, so yeah, I will take off my tabard on my way out of the office, and I'll hang it on my tabard rack. Since I have an office now, I assume I have a tabard rack.
Excellent.
And yeah, and I'll head down to the quad iron
All right.
in search of my friend Emmett, or at least a drink.
Excellent. So, you head to the bar at the Quad Iron Inn. It's a nice leisurely walk. You keep your pistol visible.
No, it's under my long coat.
Do you keep a weapon visible?
I always have my short wakizashi on my belt, so yeah, that would be more visible than my pistol, I think.
Okay. Do you know why I'm asking you?
No.
You're not wearing a uniform.
Yeah.
They don't know your watch. It's at night. And
In Corvus.
in Corvus.
Corvus is where you get murdered in the street if you're unchaperoned because Inari didn't want to walk by herself
Right.
because she's tiny
Right. Well, yeah, I've got
and a lady.
my sword. My sword is, not hidden.
Okay, just making sure.
Nobody told me it was nighttime. I didn't know.
I said that you were working hard all day. That would mean that there's no more day left. Context clues.
Sorry, I'm not good at you.
We're not.
No worries. But yeah, so it is evening. I would not say that it's completely dark yet. So people who may have any kind of nefarious intentions are able to see that you have a very strange sword strapped to your wherever. Did you say it was on your back or on your side? I couldn't. That's okay.
On my side.
On your side. So most of I'm gonna say all of them leave you alone. No encounters. So you make it to the Quad Iron Inn. You walk in. There's actually quite a number of people in here tonight. There is a bard singing songs in the little area, and the songs are really strange. You know, like you like the music, everything's great, and then he breaks into a song about pillow tits. He says that it's his favorite song, and he wanted to share it with everyone, and everyone loves it. How do you react? It's very, very bawdy and happy sounding. Lots of lute strumming.
It's a great song. I love it.
Excellent.
The old man at the bar says, "That's got too many notes. Take that crap down to the river."
I had to throw that in there. Thank you. So you are you approach the bar, and you have to kind of move through the crowd a little bit. Go ahead and do a perception check.
Whoa.
So you arrive at the bar. You wave down the bartender. Yes, what'll it be?
Find a lager, please.
So he, sorry. Would you like a Cornetto with that? Okay. And so he gets you your lager, and you've got it up, and you're looking around, and you turn to your left, and you see Emmett, kind of hunched over, like his back is away from you, and yeah, but it's his duster, it's his hat, so it has to be Emmett. You recognize that anywhere.
Oh, does it look like he has a drink?
A what?
A drink?
Oh.
Any kind of beverage?
Yes, he does. He has a bottle of wine in front of him.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure, because if he was empty, I'd grab one.
Grab one anyway.
Yeah, you know what? I will, because we haven't celebrated Macaroshi yet. So I'll get him a drink for the bar as well.
All right. So you head over to there. Tell me what you do.
Okay, so I'm gonna sneak up on him.
Okay. Roll your sneak.
A 9.
All right.
It's a crowded room and lots of noise.
Yep. So you're sneaking up on him. He hasn't turned around yet. What do you do? You see he's got a gloved hand reaching out for the bottle. He's going to take another swig of it.
I'm gonna. Is the bard still singing Pillow Tits?
Yes. It's the refrain now.
Oh, good. That's the part that I've heard at least once before. So yeah, I'm gonna start singing the refrain really loudly behind him. Like, probably crouch down and like sing it right into his ear.
Robin, you make a will save.
Is this a will save versus being wooed by the song?
for not splashing a drink on you or while you sing scare her.
25.
Okay, you're good. You hear a very familiar voice singing very unfamiliar words, and you turn around and Yashiram, it's not Emmett.
I am shocked. Why are you dressed like Emmett?
And as you said that, I reach up, push a finger to his mouth.
Shall I?
Punch back over at the drink.
Okay, so I'll just awkwardly sit down then.
Then I'll reach over and awkwardly sling an arm over his shoulder, like I've seen Emmett do a couple times.
Yes, when he wants to get real close to someone.
Well, trying for the nonchalant, buddy, and missing it by.
Excellent. So you either tap him awkwardly or you lightly caress his shoulder.
Yeah, and then whisper the general plan
So
about Emmett trying to confuse the Griffins.
okay, good. Because I was about to say that you lean forward and you say to him, "The general plan." Sorry. All right, John.
You say, I think I have done this enough. If you need to talk, could we go back to the university where I can get this thing off me?
So yeah, so I'll chug my drink and then I'll chug Emmett's drink.
I've noticed that too.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. And then yeah, sure, let's go to the university. I'll say that part really quietly.
And then she gets up, does her best impression of Emmett walking, which probably better than her imitation of human emotion.
Yes, I would say so.
I don't walk like that.
You do, Emmett. You do. Awesome. So you two make a unhurried exit out of the Quad Iron Inn and start making your way back to the university, which is on the other side of the city.
Yeah. Do Emmett and I encounter anyone?
That's
Or
a-
we look too badass.
That's a
together?
great question. No, nobody encounters you. In fact, you don't even see anybody.
Man.
It's very quiet, empty streets.
Is this unusual for post longest night?
You wouldn't know because you've only been here for one longest night, and it was a disaster.
Oh no, I meant like so it's been like 2 weeks since the
Yes.
longest night? Or is this normal for like the 2 weeks where the streets are kind of deserted at night because everybody's afraid of undead?
I would say that the fear of undead is definitely on people's minds. I would not say that there shouldn't be anybody around, and maybe, yeah, but you don't see anybody
Okay.
on your walk over. Well, you don't see anybody for the most of your walk. How about that? Because that would be really weird if you didn't see anybody. It's like they were all trying to avoid you, or else they're all hiding.
Do I see that creepy guy?
The one you're walking next to?
No, the creepy guy who was at the bar when I was celebrating my promotion with Egon.
You don't!
Oh,
You don't see the creepy guy. Do you share that story?
I will once we get to going.
So you two walk silently.
So you know what? No, I will. Because I was creeped out by that guy because it did disappear on me. So I'll probably just be like looking around down like every side street that we pass, like the shadows as we talk.
Nefera, you notice that Yashirim is really making sure that he looks into every street that you guys cross. Also, he's very. You're very aware that he is on edge.
I'll sort of look at him inquiringly, and if he doesn't pick up the hint within a couple of streets, I'll flat out ask him, "Are you expecting something or someone?"
So yeah, I definitely would have waited for her to ask the question. So
Yeah, I think a part of that is that her inquisitive gaze is a deadpan stare to you almost. So
Yeah.
so she's just looking at you creepy, which is making it even more awkward for you.
making me even more paranoid.
Yeah.
Like, are you the creepy guy? I don't know anymore. Yeah, so after she asks, I'll say, well, the other day, I was celebrating my promotion with the gun, and there was this really strange person who was watching me from across the bar, and it was like in the blink of an eye he vanished.
Okay.
Do you describe how he looks?
Yeah, I'll describe him. I don't exactly remember the description, except for like he had long dark hair, and like a.
He was wearing all dark clothing,
Yeah.
black leather boots. Like a
Did he have a hat?
no,
Okay.
no hat. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Okay. I was gonna ask Max if he would have described this guy, because he should. I think she'd actually do a stutter stop, like completely, and then before walking on and say, "I did not see this man, but Emmett saw him across from the cathedral. What night was this?"
You both will realize that you saw this man on the same day a week and a half ago.
Well, so when she does her stutter stop, like, since I'm so jumpy, I'll throw the side of my coat back and start reaching for my gun, and she starts talking, and I realize she doesn't see somebody. She's just stopping to talk to me.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, go ahead.
Not realizing that that's the physical equivalent of my usual pause. That's the most dramatic equivalent of the usual pause and brief movement before. That's the reassessing pause, not the "I just saw something about to kill us" pause.
Gotcha. So.
Yeah, so it was the same day, about a week and a half ago?
Mhm.
Yeah. But where is the real Emmett tonight?
I believe he is engaged in business with someone named Blackwater. Trying, because she knows what he's doing, but
He
understands the law by now, so he doesn't want to incriminate us.
Yes, that is a very good plan.
She doesn't want to either incriminate Emmett or get Yashirim in a position where he has to answer awkward questions.
Or ask them.
Or ask them, yes.
So, you all make the quiet walk over to the university, and you take the time to tell him what you and Emmett and Agon have been planning.
Generally up to, not the specifics, but
Okay.
yeah.
So she gives you a general idea that Emmett is trying to mess with the Griffins by having Nefera and Agon play decoys while he does things that she doesn't say what those things are.
Okay. But I know that it was the Griffins that
Yes.
his lady friend.
Well,
Disappeared.
I don't know if you have been. No, you do, yes, because he talked to you about it while he was in the jail and you were passing him brandy. I remember now.
Yeah. Yeah, and then a needle that he used to escape with.
Yeah, a half a knitting needle.
Yeah.
Because only one half could fit in the bottle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a genius plan.
And she tells you that Emmett and Agon should be returning to the university so they can all, talk about how their different things went, if they had anybody following them, or how successful they were at being a distraction, that kind of stuff. So, if you wait long enough, you'll probably see both of them tonight as well.
Excellent. Well, I don't have anything else to do, so.
I'll take him up to the room I'm sleeping in. So,
I have a
still very
go ahead.
plain. Like, got an open chest with maybe a set of robes hanging partially out. Set of padded robes hanging partially out that I used to disguise.
Your frame.
Right, yes, and the bed that currently holds an assortment of codices and books,
Okay.
and a bedroll laid out on the floor, and a pillow.
Excellent.
Next to the bedroll.
Cool. Ooh. So,
And as soon as we're in, I take off the overcoat, put it in the chest.
Emmett, where have you been staying?
At Beth's place.
Okay. How often do you go back there?
I use it to hide. They're not going to go looking there. It's a burnt out hole in the ground right now, so it's kind of like my getaway place. Yeah.
That's where you're living and sleeping?
Sometimes. And other times I find another prostitute to hook up with, or I go to the cathedral. I try not to stay in the same place for more than 2 nights.
Okay. And where are you going tonight?
Tonight was acquiring, I don't know, what would be tonight? Something easy, something big. Yeah, tonight's the bolts.
Yeah.
Tonight's the bolts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I decided to keep them as a souvenir. I'm
Okay.
going to give them to my friend who does that stuff.
Right.
Okay.
So, this is why I need to know. Hold on. Let me see if I can mute this and then still come back.
Wish us luck.
So, I need to know where you're staying, because if I can't find you to deliver a letter, then I can't
They'd leave it at
move it forward.
They'd leave it at Beth's.
Okay.
They'd probably leave it at Beth's, and at some point I'd cycle back through my routine and end up at Beth's again
Well,
to find it.
it's more of a actual, like, you need to go now versus, wait a couple days to find it.
Oh, then
mean, or like,
Is it being delivered like by a messenger?
yes.
Sweet. Make it some dude comes running up to both me and Jay at the same time. We're coming walking from the different directions. He thinks I'm him, me. He's completely fucking confused. And it's like, how the hell did you find us, little guy? And the guy's like, I always find my man. You know, he's like some sort of whoop-ass kind of messenger. He's really good at finding people.
Okay, alright. Okay. So, Agon, you and Emmett were scheduled to meet up about an hour after sunset. I'm assuming that's all the time you would need.
Yep.
And plus you don't want to stay in the docks when it's super late. So, you two are meeting. I'm going to say that, what's number 11? Okay. So you two are meeting in the quad, not the Quad Iron Inn, but in the quad near Garworth's Emporium. Which is right there. Are we having a silent contest?
We're meeting. Hi.
Oh, should I talk?
I mean,
Okay.
you guys, I don't want to describe everything that your character does. I would like you guys to do that more. So, yeah. I'm not going to be like, okay, you're coming down this street, and you're coming down that street, and you're supposed to meet... No, I'm not going to pull that shit. That's what you guys should do.
Okay. Jay, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first and you pick up off me?
How are you?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Okay. We're meeting in an inn, right? Something fire inn.
No. You're meeting in the quad near Garworth's Emporium.
We're meeting on the street. It's a little side street that goes up a little hill. It's got a couple of lights on it. It's in a tiny little park with wrought iron like fencing going around it. It's a really great place to take your families during the daytime and have a picnic.
And do some shopping.
And do some shopping.
Raise my hand and let him know that I'm there.
Okay.
When I see him.
Alright.
So you see as you're walking up, Agon is already there.
I got it.
Okay.
You said we'd get it. Alright, so because I work toward increasing my levels of badassery, I will strike a match in the darkness behind him on the other side of one of those wrought iron fences by striking the match across the iron itself before I light my cigarette.
Very fancy.
Good evening. I'll walk over and make a quick leap over the fence. Take the hat off his head, kind of brush it off and reflex the side so it stands out the way it's supposed to, and then put it back onto his head. Duh, better.
So the job is done on my end.
I reach into my pocket and pull out some bolts that are 9 inches in length with really large heads and jingle them around. Duh, same here too.
So, scaring the shit out of him.
There's like this lag.
Yeah, there's a little bit of lag.
I think that sound comes from your phone being close to the speaker.
Okay.
My voice recognition not coming in quick enough.
No, it's good now. It seems like when you first start talking, it stumbles, but when you keep talking, then it does what it's supposed to. Chicken?
Okay. Yeah, I think it's something with the voice recognition.
Try to start all your conversations with a.
Did you turn it down to 74?
Yes. Are you cold? I brought my jacket if you get
I'm
cold.
warm. I'm hot.
Oh.
Can you turn it down more?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm kind of confused as to what you're doing, Jay.
It's set to 72 now, but it's 77 in here.
Man, that means it. Oh, it probably didn't kick back on after the brownout.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. So, Jay, what's going on? Jay, what's going on?
Alright, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Now we can.
Now you can.
Now I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to use push to talk. 'Cause it wasn't. It takes like a second to register when I talk,
Mm-hmm.
so
Perfectly fine.
fix that.
Okay.
Alright, so, do you think it's working? Are we scaring them?
I have no idea. And I'm gonna sigh, look at the ground, have my moment to reflect on what the fuck I'm actually doing. I think it's about time I start looking to question someone instead of just to scare them. I think we need to change gears or try something new. Let's see what results we've had. It's been fun. But fun must come to an end and real work must get done.
I'm looking forward to the real work.
Alright, so let's not worry about doing what we've been doing. You can keep the jacket, but that hat is mine. I don't think the push to talk works when you're not on that program itself.
Yeah, I think you have to be right on the thing. Which is weird because we don't, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, now we hear you.
Yep.
I said, oh, it's growing on me. I kind of like it.
Da, give it back.
It makes me feel, how do you say, cool? Like, I'm a badass, maybe?
Yeah, the hat can do that, but it also takes skill and prowess and looks. Unfortunately, you were born ugly, and the hat cannot fix that.
When he says ugly, my eyebrows raise. I think it was confused look. Which actually makes me look uglier. I'm like, yeah, I think we probably just better start moving on.
Alright, let's head to your place. See if we can catch up with the elf.
Sounds good.
So,
Okay, so you two are walking back. You are traversing through the little bridges and the streets, and you get to walking up the drive of the university, and you see a figure sitting on the steps next to the entrance of the university.
describe the figure.
Small, hunched over, looking out into the distance? Using-
Like a halfling?
No, maybe. You don't know. You're how far away are you? You're kind of far away.
I don't know.
You're kind of far away. You're like 80 yards. I don't know. No, you wouldn't be able to see people at 80 yards, would you?
No.
I don't know.
not.
Just pick a number. You're far enough away where you can't tell what race this person is or if they're a child or not.
Okay, but they look like they might be a child.
Yes.
All right, well, let's go check this out. Children shouldn't be out this late at night.
Okay. As you to walk forward, I'm assuming you're the one with the hat on now?
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys come into the portion of the drive that has the ever-burning lanterns that light up the night, also to keep vagrants away, and bears or whatever animals might come out at night. I don't know. Bears probably don't live near Corvus, but still. Yeah, so the figure stands up. Does not necessarily look like a child. And it starts walking quickly towards you.
Okay. I'll just brush my coat back so that my longsword and my hip's a little bit more visible. And I'll keep walking.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
14.
Okay. Jay?
This is really annoying. But I got a 11.
Okay.
No, 17. I'm sorry.
Okay. He's walking towards you guys. Jay, you see that he's reaching into his jacket and pulling out a, folded packet. You see him drawing for his weapon right now.
Oh, yeah, no, fuck that. How far away? Like 15, 20 feet?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to...
Who's drawing their weapon?
No, you see what he's actually doing. He didn't roll high enough, so he sees that the person is trying to brandish a weapon.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep my cool.
I see. Emmett grabbing his weapon.
Yes, you see me grabbing for my weapon.
So I'll put my hand up on his chest. Like, hold on. Take another look.
Okay. He makes you pause. And now the person is about 10 feet away from you. It's a very young-looking man. The not a boy anymore, but not quite a real man yet.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you don't think that he can grow a full mustache?
Poor kid.
Yeah. He's got, just...
Patches.
Yep, patches.
That's what we'll call him.
Yeah. He comes up, and he says, "I'm looking for Emmett Brown. And I was told that he looks like," and he looks at you for a second, Jay. "You've got the jacket, but he has the hat, and so you must be Emmett." And he thrusts out a very quick hand, and you see a letter with a nice big old...
When he thrusts out that
seal.
big hand, I make a hip shift back.
Oh.
Oh, no. What was that, Jay?
I said, when he hands it to me, and knowing what he thinks I'm Emmett, I was like, oh yes, I'm Emmett, and I'm gonna try to grab it.
Alright, I'll let him take it.
Well, he doesn't give it to him. He gives it to
Okay.
you because you have the hat.
Oh,
So
okay.
that means you're Emmett.
Because I had the jacket.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I'll take it.
Okay. He stands there for a second.
I stop on, I look at a gun. I look at the guy. Yeah? What's he doing with his hands?
He's clapping him a little bit towards you. Yeah.
I don't know this asshole, but whatever. I'm gonna walk past him, and I'll throw a copper at him.
Excellent. He will definitely catch it out of the air and be like, "Evening, sir," and sprint, like crazy mad sprint, out of the university yard, down the drive, and into the darkness. This kid is a master delivery man.
Must be, because he's running around at nighttime in
Exactly.
Corvus.
Yeah.
And he's not dead.
Nope.
I will open the folded piece of paper.
All right, you open the folded piece of paper, and I will open up the information that I need so I can read it to you. Oh God, why does it open so fucking big? Okay. Why does it look like this?
Because it's got the side thingies. You can push the arrows to close them if you want to get rid of them.
Thank you. We just got to the errand boy. Okay. So, the letter has a thick red wax seal on it. Just a seal of one of the local couriers. So, nothing very thing. And then it says, when you open it, let's see, what time is it? Well, okay. We'll say, in the letter, it is written in very neat script. It said, "Meet me at the Falling Star tomorrow night." You know where it is.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay. I will pull out the letter that had the letter opener stabbed through it at Beth's place, and I'll compare the handwriting.
Nope, nothing alike.
I'll fold both of them up and stick them into my pocket. Well, I'll fold up one, the one from Beth's place. I'll hand the one from the kid over to Hagan and light me up another cigarette. I'm going to take a swig from my bottle.
I'm sorry, I had someone talking to me, so I missed whatever was going on.
I'm handing you a letter that was just handed to me.
Yes.
The letter reads, "Meet me at the Falling Star tomorrow night. You know where it is." And it's written...
Is there any name on
Nope, and it's written really nicely. So somebody paid a lot of money to have that delivered to me, and I'm a hard person to find.
it? Okay. I wonder who this person could be.
Maybe all the noise we've been making has finally rang the church bell.
Why is the church involved in this?
Why, it is metaphor.
Figure of speech. All right. Is there anything you guys would like to do tonight?
Go hang out with Minifera. Let her know what's been going on.
Okay.
Let her know that there's a possibility that things might be changing in different directions. Show her the letter we just got.
All right. So you walk in. You're going to see Nefera, and you also see with her Yashiram.
Okay. Let's
Sorry,
see.
I had cauliflower in my mouth.
So we'll approach her room. Is the door shutter open?
It's ajar, and you probably grab like chairs from somewhere, because you know she doesn't have
That much room. Well,
sit in her room. Because the bed's covered in books, the trunk is kept open, and she sits on the floor.
yeah, so we'd definitely make noise as we're walking down the hall. I can imagine me and Hagan are chit-chatting about things we saw during the day and carrying our chairs as we head toward her room so we can have a sit and chat like we do when we get together to talk about how things have been going with our little nefarious deeds.
Okay.
So,
as I hear them approaching the room, I'm going to take the door and start opening the door when I hear them getting close, but I'm going to open it so that I'm behind it. If it does it open into the room or...
I think it would open into the room.
Okay, then yeah, so I'm going to open... Like, as they get close to the door...
Is Robin talking? Are you guys hearing her?
Yeah, I hear.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't hear her now.
Okay, let's make sure that she's she's unplugging unmuting the right one.
it's so weird that we can hear Robin, but Jay can't hear Robin. Jay, say something.
Something.
Keep talking. Yeah.
It was a bright, cold day in April, and clouds were striking through.
He's not speaking specifically through Skype.
No. And Robin, can you say something?
something.
Yep, she's there. Okay, good.
Weird. We'll get it figured out. This is a test run.
Yep. Okay. Well, when John goes to hide behind the door, Shiram goes to hide behind the door, Nefera gives him this, and this is going to be fairly clear. She's going to give him this, what the hell do you think you're doing? Look.
I'll just smile and like tuck my head behind the door.
Awesome. All right. Emmett and Agan, as you guys move towards the door, you see the door just kind of drifting open, as if it's been waiting for you to get here.
Oh, okay. That doesn't seem anything. I can see Nefera inside, so I'm not thinking anything's really wrong. I got me a chair in hand, wine bottle in the other hand. I'm just going to head on in. I'm sure she would have warned me, and she hadn't swapped sides or anything like that, so I don't expect any danger.
Okay.
It's going to actually, as soon as she sees Emmett, she says, Shiram is behind
No,
you."
don't do that. It's more fun when Shiram gets to scare the crap out of...
Yes, but she would...
Yeah.
She's seen what Emmett does when he's surprised.
Has she seen what you do when you're surprised? I don't think so. I don't know.
She knows I act fast.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Alright, so you hear her as you are stepping through the door. You hear something. Yashiram is standing behind the door. And you're like, is that code for something?
Yeah, I'm walking in at this point in time confused. I'm not really sure because we have been using code language a little bit. So I will walk in with my chair and kind of start trying to look behind the door sheepishly.
I'll just come out and a little pouty. Ruined it.
That's just gonna go right over Nefera's head. So
I'm going to be excited. I haven't seen Yashiram in a week at least.
No, we can have.
And he still hasn't figured out that
actually
the elf doesn't know.
longer.
What?
Last time he saw you, you were behind bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago or
2
something.
weeks ago. So I will definitely put my chair down and grasp his hand quickly to pull him out from behind the door. I mean, shit.
Is it like the handshake, shoulder clap?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I will turn it into a brotherly embrace.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right.
I laugh and tell him, nah, the elf, she does not see things the way that we would see things. I am fine with the surprise. Nefera, people who are good with each other, we scare each other every once in a while. It is for fun. For laughs. And
she'll do a little stutter pause as she files that information, and then before
So she gives a slow nod.
Slow nod.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So everybody is now standing around. Oh, you do. You have news.
Yeah, I have news. While I'm, embracing my brother here. I got a promotion.
I kind of stop, but I lean back a little bit, like, duh. And it's not. It's kind of a worried look in my eyes.
Yeah, what is my corporal captain?
Captain Hellstrom.
No. What's my rank now?
Oh, sergeant-ish or something.
Sergeant-ish? Oh, I thought it started with C.
I thought it did too. It was
Oh,
like
maybe
corporal.
it does. I don't know. I'm making up ranks.
He's not
I don't
captain.
know. No, he's not a captain.
No.
So,
Colonel?
Was it a shift commander?
I don't know.
I thought it was like lieutenant or something.
Yeah. Insert generic rank here. That's what you are.
I'm no longer at the bottom of the ship hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got people under me. I do schedules.
I try to hide my slight upset disgust with a smile, like, yeah,
Go
this is good.
Go ahead and do a bluff.
We should drink.
And John, you do a sense motive.
13, yeah.
18.
Yeah, it's all over.
So you're really excited about telling him all this, John, but you see that the smile on his face is very, like, the happy smile that he was like, yay, my friend's here, is, like, now frozen. And it's gone from his eyeballs, and it's just there.
Do I realize I did?
Yeah,
All right,
and
I'm going to
then-
put the chair down and I'm going to, like, face away from him, like, get some distance, be like, Hellstream is pulling you into, Highstrung is pulling you into his web of lies. I'm just going to say something that seems inappropriate at this point, and that would be it.
Well, so the other part of that news is, and I was hoping you might be able to help me out, with it. I also have been tasked with finding out who in the city leadership wanted to prevent him from preventing the Longest Night Massacre.
Now he has my interest. I'll...
Yeah. And he definitely has nefarious interest.
You are
He's
sick.
staring through you.
Do you want to? I'm at this point. I'm gonna sit in my chair. Actually, if there's no chair in here for him, I will give him my chair and say, "Let me get some place to sit. I'll be back." And I'll go get a chair. Let's sit. Let's talk, so that he can tell us what's going on. Seeing that he's come to ask me for help makes me feel that he hasn't been suckered into Hellstrom's stupidity and taking his job way too literal. So, I will listen to what he is talking about and what he's proposing.
Okay. Yeah, well, essentially, I get to, find out possible by any means necessary, and, I know that my limitations, in the, underworld, so to speak, so I need the help of somebody who knows more about that, can navigate better, and, you kind of have a little bit of, legal leeway.
I'm going to smile at that because I realize what's going on. I go, you help me, I help you.
Absolutely.
Get me back my pistol and my other chain.
Oh, did they take those away from you when you were arrested?
And I never got them back because I didn't get out the the way they would prefer.
I'll pull out my notepad and write the note to get his pistol and chain back.
All right, and then I will regale him with the things we're doing and show him the bolts from the ship, and Jay will produce the empty flask in which the fire was in to, or no, sorry, Robin will produce the empty flasks of oil that were used to burn the shitters.
As well as one of the chamber pots.
Yes.
Oh, and the chamber, yeah, the stolen chamber pots. And say how we've been having a good old time harassing the Griffins. And then I will show everyone the note that I got just before entering the university and show them that someone has requested my presence and that I believe it might be the Griffins trying to make their next move. Might. But this handwriting is really nice, and I don't think it was one of the Griffins. The only other person I know that has this kind of handwriting, there's several people, educated people that I know that can write like this. Father Demas. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot her name. Alexia. This could also be some of the Griffins, like Jessica
It
Griffin.
could be Captain Hellstrom.
Could be Hellstrom, high-strung. So I will point out that whoever I have pissed off has suddenly tossed out a "be here now."
Can I do a check to see if I recognize the handwriting?
Sure. A memory test? What's
Oh,
that
it would
gonna
be based off linguistics.
Yeah. Do you have a linguistics skill?
Well, no, I don't have any points in it.
And it can't be used untested.
Yeah.
So
Intelligence check.
you can roll an intelligence check, but that DC is gonna be pretty high. So see what you got.
Okay.
Maybe you get lucky.
I feel lucky.
Mm.
So I rolled a 1, so that means I got a 4.
So yeah, this looks like Captain Hellstrom's writing.
Yeah. I'll say that with some confidence.
Duh, it is probably about the rifle again.
Did they take that away from you too?
No, during the longest night I lost it. That was the rifle from insert name of gun shop that is really awesome. I can't think of right now.
Pitt's pistols.
Pitts. It would be a rifle from Pitts. I have lost it, and I'm pretty sure he wants it back.
Well, I'd be happy to go with you, help you explain that, it's not your fault that you lost the rifle.
I would appreciate that. I would also appreciate Nefera and Hagan, you two, to join with us as well when we go to see this person. Heck, I'd even like little girl to bring Stabby Guy.
Punchy guy.
Duh.
Punchy guy.
McGrab and Stab. That's his official name.
Speaking of which, has anyone seen or heard from her? She has been working a lot, and I have to return wrench. And I wave the wrench around.
We can track her down.
We should go by her place tonight.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
All right.
Now they're off on a wild goose chase.
Discover you're missing.
It's like, oh shit, we should go by the Steamworks. There's no sign here. Let's see if we can track her down. Oh damn, now she's missing too. Let's go harass people who kidnap children and... Did you take this girl?
We're gonna set a gang war with the Griffins over Fred.
Because you decided to sleep over.
They're really sad the next night. I'm like,
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Okay, so who's going to check on Inari?
Jay said something, so I'm assuming that means he's yes. Just raise your hand. Raise your hands if you're sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Looks like it's a group.
All right. It's a group effort.
And while everyone's here, even while everyone's here, I'm going to look for Nox. And if she's in the room, I'm going to ask if she's coming too.
Yeah, she's been you said that the chest in your room was open, so she's been, that's her box now. So,
And I know I'll look in and say, do you wish to come?
she doesn't say anything in your head, but she does slow blink at you a couple times, so maybe that means yes.
Reach and pick her up, put her up over my shoulders.
All right. We have a cat.
Do we all see the cat?
Yes, I think. Yes, you do. It's a black cat, right?
I'm gonna.
Yes, big black, long hair black cat.
I'm gonna startle a little bit. That's the cat.
and she's going.
That's the one that led me up to the tower where we found all that stuff. Like
The parents could give you this look like, again with the obvious.
Well, I don't know if Nefera knew that Nox decided to show herself to another person.
Yes. He asked about the cat.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, we have an elf, a druid, and a cat, and 2 people with guns.
No, an off-duty officer.
An off-duty officer
And a
and
drunk.
an alcoholic.
Yes.
Yeah. An elf with a big ass sword.
Yes.
Yes.
Quite a motley group.
Alright. You all head out. I'm not gonna roll any counters because you guys make it safe and sound to the Quad Iron Inn. The night has slowed down a bit. John, the bard that you saw before is gone. Must have finished up for the night. I know. And then, yeah, so, you guys have made it. What do you want to do?
Head up to her room.
Okay. Don't ask questions, just go up. Got it. Okay, you go up to her room. What do you do?
Because normally she'd be down here by now,
Mhm.
hanging out, drinking and eating and stuff. Because
Yeah.
she's a stay-up-all-nighter person. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully we won't be bothering her while she's too tired. Because she
Mhm.
has been working a bunch.
Yes.
So I'll let the lady do a gentle knock on the door. Because I'm a heavy-handed individual.
Okay. Well, Nefera, you rap lightly on the door, and there's no answer.
Try the door now.
The doorknob is locked.
I will rap on the door.
Brum, brum, brum. No answer.
I will pick the lock.
Okay, go ahead and make your disabled device.
25.
Yeah, you look at the lock and it's like, please don't hurt me.
I stick my pinky in there and dig it around for a minute.
And yeah, so you open the door. It's dark in this room. The light flows in from the hallway, and you see a nicely made bed and some papers on a desk and no Inari.
I'm gonna make a perception check to see if it looks like anyone has been here, and maybe like looked through the things.
Okay.
I would like to make a perception check to try to judge how long it's been since someone's actually been in the room.
I got 19.
All right.
I have a 28.
Okay. So, John, Yashiram doesn't see any sign of disruption in the room. Emmett, nobody's been in this room since this morning.
Okay.
Maybe last night, but definitely this morning.
Any notes, messages, or letters?
There is an unfinished letter to her father, and some notes with drawings on them of mechanical things that you don't recognize, and there's her journal.
I'm not reading that.
Just
I
thought I'd
can't.
throw that out there.
I know. I even pointed out. He's her journal.
Yeah, you open it up and you're like, oh, nope.
Yep. Put it
Close.
back.
Let's see. Nefera's actually going to pick it up and go to the last written page, see if there's anything useful.
You get a small passage where the best way I can describe it is a stream of consciousness through her hand, that she says, like, he just doesn't stop. He doesn't take any breaks. It's like, I'm so tired all the time, and he just keeps going. I don't understand how he does it. That's it. He's like, I have to figure out how to get him to stop working.
Make him stop. And that's actually
Yes, the equivalent of fading out in writing. Would that be the ellipses? I don't know.
Yes. Dot, dot, dot.
no, there's only three. There's only three.
Okay, so do you share what you've read with the others?
Just that her mentor has been working her hard, so maybe we should go to buy the works.
Okay, I mean, it's like nighttime now, right?
Yes, it's nighttime.
She would have come by, got dinner, checked her mail, be in her room.
Yeah. I mean, she knows not to go wandering out after dark.
Maybe she did come by the Quad Iron. We can go ask the bartender.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing too.
All right. You head back down to the bar. You see the bartender behind there, just cleaning out glasses and putting them in their rightful places. And as you come up to, like, what can I get you?
I'll pass this off to Jay so he has some FaceTime.
Excellent.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
There's a little girl that lives here, and she's a friend of ours. Did she give you any messages or anything about where she might be?
A little girl?
Yeah.
There's no little girls that live here. I mean,
She's a little girl, right?
Yeah, she's 16. I don't know if you want to call that a little girl.
Oh, I thought she was like 12.
no.
She's
Well, I
16.
mean, maybe she looks 12 to you, so.
I don't know if she ever told me an age.
No, she didn't. She wouldn't have. So yeah.
Why would I go around telling people, like, yeah, I'm 16. Ooh, look at me, I'm 16.
Ah.
I don't know. So, the bartender looks at you really confused, and he's like, well, does this little girl have a name?
Yes, it's.
Nari.
Yeah,
What?
we all come in, we're like, Inari.
Oh, Inari! Yeah, she hasn't been by since breakfast. I had her, dinner ready to go, but she never showed up for it, so I sold it to somebody else.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
I lean over. Did anyone from the Steamworks come in tonight?
Let's see, just a couple usuals. Let's see, there was Sam and,
Did they come in at their usual time?
oh yeah.
Did they seem off-put?
No, they usually head this way because they just live further over towards the Armorsburg. Yeah, I think that's what this is. Yep. They just they live over by the Armorsburg, so they come from work, so they stop for a drink and something to eat, and then they head home.
What would have caused her to not leave work with everyone else? Where would she have gone, other than here?
Well, in the last journal entry, you know that she did not produce a name, but perhaps if you read through the whole thing... Oh, go ahead, Jay. I see you moving your mouth. Were you saying something?
How do we know that she didn't leave work?
We don't. Yeah, she might still be at work.
Yep. She might still be at work.
And Nefera's gonna go up and get the journal.
Yeah, now it's serious because we don't. She's a journal entry that shows she was sort of distressed about something. She's not shut up. Everything's kind of changed off. She might be in danger. So we should take some time, read her whole journal in great detail, make cliff notes.
Start on day 1.
Or just go through the last few.
So you guys are like, oh, we have to read the whole thing now. And Nefera's like, no, we can just read from the back until we find what we're looking for.
Does the journal
Oh.
Look.
What'd you say, Jay?
Does the journal say that she works for a goblin?
Well, that is what you guys will have to find out.
So we
Jay,
will-
do you know how to read? Okay.
We can read while we head to the...
Yes.
I'm gonna say, I kind of feel awkward about this.
So,
Should I read it?
As you all should, you rude.
Yeah, we should read it.
Criminal investigation.
so,
I'm worried about my friend.
let's see, would it be a wisdom to interpret her chicken scratch?
It's not chicken scratch. She has beautiful handwriting.
Yeah,
She was-
you say that, but nobody else agrees with you.
She was trained by her mother in calligraphy.
Yeah, well, you don't calligraphy the last parts. You can't calligraphy. You can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's wisdom.
You write nice to your father, but in your journal you're like, fuck it, I don't care. All right. So
We're gonna need to read this.
Jay, go ahead and do me a wisdom roll to try to interpret her writing. Because even if it was calligraphy and fancy, he would still have to do that because it's fancy.
We should take this time while he's reading and head toward the steamworks.
Okay, so who's going to be Agon's handler while he's reading and walking?
I will.
What you got, Jay? Is it over a 12? Good. You are able to decipher it. You are reading from the back forward or from the first page to the last?
First page to the left.
Oh, goodness. This is a thick volume, so I don't know for sure. You start reading it, and the writing is very small, and it takes up a lot of pages. Like, it goes from edge to edge, top to bottom edge, everything filled with writing.
Probably just kind of skip around.
Yeah.
No, I would read the whole thing.
Well,
Fast reader, though.
what?
I'm a fast reader, though.
Okay. What's your skill in reading?
Is there a reading skill?
No.
I have a high wisdom and a high intelligence, so I think I'm a fast reader.
And you have been practicing researching all of that stuff, so you do have your things down. I'm gonna have to think up some really interesting stuff. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna think up. Sarah's gonna think up the really awkward things that you're gonna read in her journal.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be now. You can put it on the Slack page. That'll be funny. All right. So you start reading, and you're reading, and you're reading, and gosh, she just doesn't stop writing, you know, so it's like her mouth on paper. She just keeps going, like you haven't seen a period in 3 pages.
I use Sylvan period, the punctuation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, huh. Just keep telling yourself that. So you realize that a lot of this stuff that you're going through right now is the mind of a teenager, just with teenager stuff, teenager problems. And you know how very excited she is to be on her own, and now she has friends who will help her, and she has somebody who will try to walk her home. Huh? What'd you say?
There's no like feminine stuff in there, right?
I don't know, Sarah. Does Inari write some feminine stuff in there? Oh, yes, there sure is. There's lots of
So if the volume, if it's a very large.
This is your
library,
This is your journal since you have left your home for the first time. So because you wanted to make sure that you write everything down so that way you can remember it.
Excellent.
Yeah, all of your adventures and all the things that are happening and all the things you think about and stuff that you don't think about sometimes but you should probably, and all this kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
There would be some awkward stuff.
Yep, there would be awkward stuff. Jay,
Huge stuff.
you've been through about 2 journal entries of some really awkward stuff. Do you want to keep?
Do I really have to read this?
You're the one that
Yeah,
wanted
yeah, you're the one that started from page. You're the one who started from page 1. You could have.
Someone told me to read this.
That's true. Nobody said where to start. Good.
I mean, I just assumed starting from page 1 would give us the information.
I don't do books.
Oh, that's
I
definitely.
met this guy in Shiram. He
Really, Nethra and probably Nox are both going to give you identical annoyed looks for picking the journal up, taking it to the back, and handing it
My
back
words
to you.
before I started reading this was, I feel awkward. Should I do this?
and nobody can make you do it. You have to make the decision to do it.
Right. Well, they said
All
that.
on you.
They said that
I'll read it. We need to find her.
we're concerned about her, so we need you to read through this.
Okay.
If they told you to jump off a cliff,
Okay, Sarah and Nox are both going to give you identical annoyed looks. Take the journal, go to the back, and she's going to start.
Yes. So as Yep. So it doesn't take you long before you find the entry from like a week and a half ago about how she started her new apprenticeship, and she has described how you would describe your new mentor. And what would Inari have said? Hopefully she says his name.
Dear diary, I got a mentor today at work. I got assigned to him, and it's really great. And his name is Taka, and he's the tiniest little thing. He's even shorter than me, and I didn't think that was possible because I'm pretty short anyway. He's got this really awesome servo suit, and it's huge. And it's got a thing, and then I draw like a little picture of it on the side.
With a little picture of a gobber inside of it.
yes, like a little goblin.
An arrow pointed. Taka's in there.
Taka with an arrow over here, and to start writing. And it's like, it's been really great. He really doesn't, like, I can actually keep up with him, and he always wants to work, and he's got some really interesting ideas, and it's great. And this is going to be the best thing, and I'm really learning a lot, and this is all that I've learned today. And then I have an itemized dot, like, written all the stuff down.
And, like, Farrah's eyes start glazing over a bit.
There's
at
a
the
little,
technical stuff.
there's a little asterisk, see pages, blah, 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 in my Mechanica journal.
It's like when she starts seeing all the mechanic stuff, she looks like, stars I understand, magic I understand, this is just plain weird.
There's like Mechanica Arcanica stuff here, and then all the rune plate stuff, which is like which small spells are on which rune plate, but it's not a full list because there's still a bunch of different, like, I drew little symbols next to them and some explanation off to the side.
Close the journal. She is working for a gob. I don't know that. Would she use the term gobber?
No, I mean,
A,
well, you know what? You might use the term.
know the word, but I think she would probably start with the Eric word
Mm-hmm.
and a Nateka Nintaka.
The and
Those goblins.
what?
She's gonna go, oh, gobbler.
A gobber named Taka.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Who has knowledge local?
I'm gonna close it and.
Not I.
and-
That's
and
unfortunate.
hand it to someone with pockets.
You really should have knowledge local.
It's not a skill I can put points into. There's just this thing. It's a knowledge, so unless I somehow get it as a class skill, I can't put points into it.
Mm.
And it can't be used.
I mean, you're the one who lives here. I would expect you to know.
I have an intelligence of
Things.
+5. I'm really smart. I can figure things out.
No.
Nope. Because
I don't have.
there's no skill for it. There's no like knowledge local is the thing, and it's just not something. It's like perception. Fighters don't get perception. So as a king, you don't put a fighter on your castle wall. You put a rogue, because he's the only one who's going to notice the troops coming.
Or a barbarian.
All right. So you find out who she has apprenticed under, and you all arrive at the steamworks, and the doors are barred and the lights are off.
The doors are barred. That's easy. We can just move those out of the way to get in.
From the inside.
No other side door?
Yeah, of course there's a side door.
Oh, there's a side door.
I mean, you have to go in the side door to unbar them and open up the big doors.
Closed up. There's no reason she would still be here.
Especially since there's no light on or no sounds coming. Actually, do a perception. See if you hear anything in there.
23.
Nope.
So there's no sounds, no lights.
I rolled a 23 on perception.
All right. There's no lights on, no nothing. You all are standing there, and then you see two city guardsmen come around the corner of the steamworks.
Ooh, I'll move to the front of them so that I can be the one that talks to them.
Okay. John, do a intelligence test.
14.
All right, you know that since things have still been a little bit topsy-turvy, they have assigned watchmen to watch specific important economic parts of the city to make sure that they are not broken into and everything's fine. So,
Okay. So I will put my hand up and get their attention. Say, brothers of the watch. Greetings.
yes. It's pretty late for people to be walking around.
It is, but we have a missing friend we're trying to track down. She apprentices here at the what is it, Steamworks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under Taka. Tell them that. Maybe they know.
Oh,
Because I've lived here for years and I still don't know.
Apprentice is under a gobber named Taka.
Um.
Oh,
Yeah, we know him by sight. He's usually one of the last people out of this building.
Do you know if he left, like when he left today? Tonight?
Just after sunset.
Was anyone with him?
I believe it was his apprentice. They were working on some project. We don't go in there to actually look at what they do. We just make sure that nobody hangs out outside loitering.
Well, so I'll turn. I mean, I assume everybody heard, but I'll just turn to her. It appears that she did leave, but didn't make it home. And I'll turn back to the watchman. Have there been any reports of violence between here and Juan?
Nope. It's been a quiet night. You are actually the first people we've seen tonight.
Well, well, no, they know him by sight. They know. Yeah. Right? Like you guys don't know where Taco lives. Just so we can ask him.
Oh,
where
shit.
He left here.
So, I rolled a 19. So, I'm gonna say, yeah. He talks about it all the time. You can hear him. Like, when he's the last one out, he stops to them and he talks about it. They know all about his 2 wives and his kids and all this kind of stuff because he just likes to tell everybody about them. Because
and his
He-
brother's wife and her kids.
Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna exnate that. They probably said by sight because they didn't want to do anything. But now that you're actually looking for missing persons, then they'll be a little bit more forthcoming.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So
Since
we get his address.
Huh?
Do we get his address?
No, they don't know the exact place that he lives. They just know that he lives down Canal Boulevard.
Would I at least know where that is?
I don't know. Do you have knowledge local?
No.
Nice.
This is terrible. You could live in a city and not be able to find anything because of one fucking skill.
Isn't it terrible? It
Fucked
sucks.
up part of the game.
Yeah.
And-
So I don't have knowledge local, but
You will.
Just rolled really good.
well, no, I haven't rolled yet. But it's like since I'm part of the city watch, do I get like a bonus to my
No.
intelligence?
You guys gotta put some ranks into knowledge local. That's how you get your bonuses.
You can't unless it's one of your class skills.
Okay,
You know what's
so
really funny?
but,
I've only lived here for like a month,
yeah, but you're a nerd.
and I get a plus 10.
So if I got a 19 intelligence check.
Okay, yeah. You know where Canal Boulevard is. What did you roll?
Oh,
A
17.
12. Yeah, you know where Canal Street is. You don't go there very often because you hear that it's sinking, and you don't really want to go into the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if the more weight that it gets on there, the lower it sinks. That's what you're told. That's what you
Okay.
understand.
Well, since we know where Nell Boulevard is,
It should not be hard to find. It should not be hard to find the house filled with goblins.
The door is slightly smaller.
Well, Sarah, you know that's not the case, but nobody else
So yeah,
does.
we're going to go to Canal Street and look for a small door.
Yeah. Go ahead and make some perceptions.
That I can do.
I will thank the officers and wish them safe night. I rolled a 1, that gives me a 10.
I rolled a 1, that
rolled a
gave
one.
me an 11.
I got a 20. It gives me a 22.
Nice. Jay, what you got? This is awesome.
Probably is the one that finds.
So did we find a place that has a small door?
You did.
Hell yeah, we're knocking on it.
Is it a coal chute?
Yeah, you find a small door, and
Nah, this door is big enough for gobbers.
okay. So what are you doing?
Seeing if it's unlocked.
It's not unlocked.
Seeing if there's sound on the other side.
This door looks like it's just built into almost what could have once been an alleyway. It's a very thin row house. Like that, so,
Maybe gobbers live in garbage can.
yeah. So, go ahead. And, it's locked, so, you don't hear anything because you rolled a 1.
I'm looking to the lawman for the next move. I pull out my picks.
Wait, no, I'll nudge him aside and I'll knock.
Meanwhile, Robin's sitting there noticing a door down the way that's appropriate size and lots of noise that sounds like goblins coming from it.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
Pawing at this one door.
yeah. So, Nefera, you see the three of them are really focused on what is, blatantly obvious to you. The, door, they, in this part of town, they don't want their trash to go everywhere because it just goes into the water, so they have small alleys that they have doors that shut, that, you just throw your trash over, and then, a sweeper, like, Jack will come by and collect all of the refuse so it doesn't pollute things, because apparently they're very eco-friendly in this part of town. I don't know why. That's just what I thought of.
You shoot him.
While there is a door, there is a house 6 doors down.
Yes, so let me tell you what you're seeing, because this is kind of important. When you walk past them, you are looking for, what you assume would be a small door for, gobber size. You don't find that. But what you do find is there is a row house that, instead of having, like, windows on every floor like like you would expect a normal house to look like, they have 2 levels of windows that are much closer together, like, so yeah, if you have, so where there would normally be just 1 normal window, there's 2 smaller windows that are, like, one on top of the other, separated by about 5 or 6 feet, and there's about twice as many windows on this house than there are on any of the other row houses.
I'm gonna look at Knox and go, what say you? Is this the place?
What would Knox say?
Meow.
Yeah, right? Just Motley, where are you? I need you.
What do you think, Locke?
Oh, she gives you the duh look back.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
So,
Yeah.
yes, I know. Yes. Sorry. And then raising my voice, leave the trash door. I believe I have found the place.
Meanwhile, back down the way, we've knocked, and there's been no answer, so I say, Yeshirim, this man has knowledge of our friend. We are wasting time. I begin picking the lock.
Okay.
A 15.
Yeah, man.
Plus I have my kit picks with me, so that's a 17.
Yeah.
And I get ready to throw the door open and go in.
All right. So.
While he's picking the lock, I'm like looking both ways to make sure that there aren't any watchmen.
Awesome. I'm keeping those 1s, by the way, right now, so you don't get to roll again.
All right.
The parent's just gonna wait
Yeah.
wait for a response.
Yes, because Nefera, you are several houses away, and really, in order to get their attention, you would have to raise your voice, and you don't raise your voice, so that's just not one of the things you do.
I'm gonna wait a bit, then walk back.
So as you are walking back, you guys are able to go into the tiny house.
Yes. I'm going in.
All right, you walk in. This place is a pigsty.
God damn the bogus.
There is
Trash
trash
everywhere.
everywhere.
I begin calling out. Naughty! Moving garbage bags. Naughty! Is anyone there?
And when I hear him yell,
Yes.
look, that's completely. If I were less stoic, I would be facepalm.
Anybody gonna help me sort through these bags of garbage looking for gobbers? I mean, gobbers live in garbage. Come on, we got attacked by them in the swamp, remember? They stole our shit.
I'm keeping a lookout.
That's great.
What? So what's Agon doing then?
Here they leave the trash door alone. I have found the house, and then just walk off again because clearly, if they don't understand that, they're too stupid to.
All right. So, Agon, what are you doing while Emmett is rifling through this absolutely
I'm
disgusting house?
I'm helping Emmett
High
look through
five.
stuff, and I want to say, as we're doing it, conversating, I'm going to say, so I don't normally trust goblins. Do you think he might have kidnapped her and taken her to the kidnappers, the kidnapping group?
This too could be possible. They are very, very strange creatures. If we cannot find her here, that is our next stop.
All right. So, John, you are keeping an eye out, and you don't even realize that Nefera is like right next to you again. She's a ghost, and she's telling all of you, "Why are you playing in the trash? The house is down here."
I'm throwing bags outside to make room as we go through.
Go back to the other house, because as I said, if they don't understand that when I am standing right here talking to them, clearly they can deal with whatever the consequences are.
So, after Nefera tells me that she's found the right house, I'll just lean my head through the doorway, and Nefera says that she found a lead over here down the street. We should go there.
Okay. Excellent. Let's go, gang.
This is good. I just grabbed a bag filled with diapers and sheets. I'm gonna go wipe my hand on something.
Yeah, as you guys are leaving, you hear a window open up above you. Go ahead and make a reflex check.
How many of us?
Well, not you, John. You're outside of the trash, but Agon and
The trash.
14.
all right.
20.
Okay. You both dash out of the door just in time before another. And this is not even a bag at this point. Somebody is literally just dumping the stuff out of the bag into the alley below. Not really caring who it lands on because nobody goes through the trash. That's silly.
Trash door?
Yeah, no one. So, yeah, you both missed the trash raining down on you. Excellent work. And, do you close the door back up and throw the trash back in there, or what do you do?
No, wait, I don't. I'm looking for my lost friend. Priorities here.
Okay.
I also have to wipe the shit off my hands, So I'm gonna go stick them in a puddle or something.
Okay, well, the puddles are in large supply.
We gotta wash up some.
Okay.
Some of this
Because
trash
in the
up.
middle of the street, actually, is where you see almost like a river that goes down into the thing. So it's a tiny river, like a 6-inch wide river.
Okay.
So you can clean yourself up in that. And so Nefera is standing stoically, I might add, in front of a very a normal looking row house with a normal sized door.
But with lots of
But with
windows.
lots of fucking windows.
If nobody looks like they're going to knock, I'll knock.
Well, let's see if she can figure it out. She's not gonna figure. Her social intuition is nil, right?
Yeah.
Now, because she's just. I can't believe you humans digging in the trash door.
So I'll be leaning on the door frame across from her. Pointing at the door. Bang, 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 bang. Loud, too. I'm tired. I've dug through trash. I've walked all over town. If I have to start strangling goblins, it's just gonna happen.
Oh, man. Okay, let's see. What time of night is it now? Let's see. We'll say... Okay, it's only 11 o'clock. Ish. I was like 9 plus a d6, so you guys are, yeah. So it's like, not too late.
Okay.
And, yeah, so... Nothing seems to happen right away because, go ahead and roll another perception. I'll let you guys roll one more.
Reach into my front pocket, pull out that special little leather pouch. 16 plus 10 is a 26.
You are hearing singing.
Alright, I'll lean in a little bit. Okay. Singing. I'll say that loud enough that my compatriots will hear, and I check to see if the door's locked.
Would they lock their door?
Probably.
No. They wouldn't. They don't need to lock their door. They have an engineer.
Oh shit.
So, you check the doorknob, and it is unlocked.
I showed Yashirim this. No, they're singing.
Yeah, I'll move up and I'm like, wait, you can't just go in. So
Then I will wait for a lull in the music, and then I will fist the door with my palm cupped. Logic, intelligence telling me a cupped palm is going to rattle the hell out of it.
Okay.
And I wait, and then at the right moment, I take the initiative. Boom, boom, boom.
So,
And I'm smiling at Yashirim the whole time, like, yeah, this is what you wanted.
You find the lull. You bang the door almost off its hinges.
Yep.
And, you hear a sharp twang and a thud, like a sickening thud on the other side of the door. But the singing does stop.
Most doorbells do not sound like that. Is there a ringer or a knocker?
yeah, I was gonna say, is there a doorbell?
Yeah, there is a doorbell.
Well, mine was louder.
Well, no, you guys didn't use the doorbell.
No, we banged
Yeah,
on
so
them.
now I'll gently ring the doorbell.
So when you ring the doorbell, you hear like this tinkling of ringing that seems to just go throughout the house. Like you hear like ring and then another ring and then another ring and then another ring, like it's like a game of telephone, but for a doorbell. And you hear it's like you hear someone a I don't want to say high pitched, but you hear a higher male voice yelling out. It's like, coming, coming, you know, and he's like, so it's like, oh, you hear on the other side of the door. It's like, oh my goodness, oh, I have to clean this up. Oh, I need to find more names. Can you find the document and copy and paste me some names, please? It's the 7:30. The other one.
That says 7:30 game notes.
Yeah, the other one. The other 7:30.
The other stuff.
I see episode 37.
No.
Hang on.
That one.
This one? This is 8:19.
Oh, never mind. But that's how it's supposed to look. Here, let me just do it. You're useless.
You told me 7:30.
Yeah,
I
I
found
know.
7:30.
Find the right one because it has names on it.
Things we do
There's
for
no
a living.
names there.
I didn't ask for you to do this.
Da, you asked for this.
No, I'm pretty sure I didn't.
You should have left it.
Da.
Yeah, see, it's right here, babe. It was
I'm sorry.
next to
I
it.
hadn't got to that one yet. That was the next one.
And a
That
half.
should have been the first one.
And then you just want me to like, oh, am I supposed to leave a note every time I go somewhere?
Yeah.
Da.
Why did you hear from Evan when he wanted to borrow a wrench?
You're not my dad!
Da.
Okay. So, you hear. Sorry. You don't hear that. You hear a voice shouting, Kinselpag, get your brothers down here. We need to clean up the trap. Somebody set it off. And then through the door is like, 1 moment, please.
I'm still leaning on the door frame now. I'm pulling out my bottle and checking to make sure my hand doesn't have any shit left on it and drinking from my bottle.
So you hear some dragging and you hear like a cutting of like wire sounds and a few other things that are moving, and then the door knob turns and it opens inward. You see a tiny gobber.
Would they have a peephole? Or looked out the window? Because, I mean, it's 11 o'clock at night.
That's true.
If they had a peephole, they would have to climb up.
Well, no, he could have fashioned one.
They probably have a setup like in Beauty of the Beast.
Yeah. So, oh, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna roll that back some. So, he's like, hold on, 1 moment, and then to the right, underneath the doorbell, there's like a weird like coppery, twisty plate-looking thing. You thought, and there's one on each side, so you're like, oh, it's just decoration on the house. Well, this one spins open, and there's like a big glass thing, and inside of it, you see a giant eyeball.
I'm halfway through a drink.
Yeah, so
Doing her little shiver stuff, and then she actually bends down and looks directly in it, like.
So the eyeball gets kind of smaller for a second, and then comes back and is like, whoa, can I help you?
We're looking for a friend of ours. She didn't make it home tonight.
Okay, well, how can I help you?
Taka. Taka.
Is there a gobber named Chaka here?
Well, yes, that's me. You know, this is like through the other the copper one on the other side. You hear his voice through, and then the other one you're seeing his eyeball. So
Who do I talk to?
I will talk to the metal plate. Taka, we are looking for Inari.
oh, Inari, why didn't you say so?
Because we just did.
Well, you should have said so earlier before you set up the trap.
I'm gonna drink.
So
Needing a drink.
he's like, what? So he opens the door. He's like, why didn't you just ring the doorbell? We would have been here in a jiff. So and he is a tiny little gobber, very lean but and sinewy, I guess is a good way to put it. He is dressed in what looks to be pajamas. and he's like, we were just having another round of songs before we went to bed. Come in! And then he starts yelling like, Inari! Inari! You have friends! They've come to find you! So he, the little gobber.
I have this, as we're walking in, I have this look of shame on my face.
So the little gobber waves you in cheerfully. Going down into the room, you go into what to the immediate left, and you see that there's a parlor, and everyone, there's so many gobbers. They're everywhere.
2 gobber children
Yeah.
kind of crawling, hanging off of me, and the tiniest little gobber baby, like I'm holding it. I don't know how it got in my arms, but in this, like, shuffling things around, somebody went here, and like,
Cute.
I can only imagine the scene of that family, the room, the way it looks with all the engineering equipment all over the place, and then this montage, this motley crew, that's the word I want to use, motley crew of people come shambling in.
Yes.
2 of us got dirt on us.
Yes. So, Inari, you hear Taka shouting that you have friends, they came to find you, and then you're like, what are you talking about? And then you see who's going in first.
Hagan is raising his hand.
Agon is going first.
alright, he walked in and had the look of shame on his face.
Yes. So you see Agon come into the parlor area. He has the look of shame on his face.
Does he still have the book in hand?
Does he still have the book? Oh my god. No, he doesn't have the book because Nefera took the book.
Nefera handed the book off to someone with pockets, which I
Was
assume
me.
would be Emmett.
Oh,
Yeah, it's sticking out of my pocket with my bottle of wine.
So, yeah.
Well, we found you.
You did. Why are you guys looking for me? I haven't heard from you in like a week and a half.
We did not know you had other friends. That's so bad.
Wow.
So we expected you to be at your inn, and to put it nicely, I know things about you that I shouldn't, and I feel so bad.
What are you talking about?
And then Taka is just doing his guessing, ushering in the guests. And he was like, would you like some mulled wine? We have some over here.
I cork my bottle.
Yes, please.
Duh. I'm going toward the alcohol.
The cups are small.
Well, you know what? The wine's probably that good.
It is. So,
Really potent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fortified
Nefera
wine.
is having it's her hair almost hair almost touches the ceiling.
What, actually, how tall are you, Nefera?
5'10".
Okay, good. Yeah, you can easily, if you stand on your toes the wrong way, you will hit your head. For sure.
And of course, I have to duck
Yep.
down a foot to get through the door.
Yep.
Ways. So before I go through any of the doorways, I ask Nox to go down get down.
Okay, Nox gets down, and Kitty! Yeah, That kitty is gonna get some lovin's, whether she likes it or not. And
How many kids does Taka have?
14,
How many kids does her brother's wife have?
I think 3.
Yes. 3.
17.
17 children.
Yes. Now there are older children, but there's also tiny children, and yeah, they see a cat and they want to pet it and love it
Pick it up.
and pick it
That
up.
probably outweighs 3 of them put together.
Yep. But I'm assuming that because you went to your cat Knox is not going to fight the Lovings
No.
because we want to maintain a good relationship while we are trying to rescue Inari from this amazing place. Why would we rescue her?
So wait, we initially set out to find her because we wanted her to bring her Jack to the falling star?
No. Well, yes, that was the very first thing, but then she wasn't there. And then everything shifted to we must find Inari.
We gotta find her because, oh my god, we gotta find her.
She's
She's
just a child.
with no friends.
Nice.
She's
Yes, I'm a child with no friends. You have to find me.
Well, apparently you made some friends in the last week and a half.
So we'll leave.
That's good.
He's a work colleague.
Oh, that's all they always are. Just a work colleague, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 2 wives.
Da.
And this one. This other one. Brother's ex-wife.
Widow.
Widow. Yeah, brother's widow. So he's got 3 ladies.
I like Jay's answer. That means you'll make 4.
Not about that life. And of 16. Do.
I mean, we're all work colleagues.
Sorry.
We've all worked together.
Yes. He's a friend from work.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, anyway, why are you guys here? What do you want? Somebody take this child from me.
I'll take the child.
Yeah. Because the Pharaoh
So-
hasn't even said before I idea what the baby to do. Nari does.
So let's see. Which one do you have?
Smaller. It's like, think about bear. Grab that pencil case.
John, you are holding little baby Srazubo.
Trezubo.
Rezubo.
Yes. You call him Zuzu.
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 Yep.
Is he sleeping or is he like?
No, he's awake. He's looking at you. His eyes big and then threw up on you. That's what that is. That's why I said take him.
Well, all right. What do you guys want to do in this?
Actually, Max probably is enjoying the attention.
There's mulled wine.
All right.
Someone has offered me alcohol. They are my friends now.
So why are you guys here? What do you want?
So I was in front. I'm gonna look back at the others for help on this.
So you are in a large parlor area. You guys see there is a round sunken table thing in the floor that with the round table in front and like seating, and then there's like a tiny little stairs that go into this little seating table pit thing, and there's still plenty of room for more people.
So when Hagan looks back for some sort of support, I have a glass of mulled wine behind my back because I told them, no, my glass hasn't been filled, so I have 2. I sit there and I will begin sipping on the one. Why are we here? So I put both glasses in one. I pull my wine bottle out, set it off to one side, pull her diary out, put it off to one side, pull the letter out, and then put everything back into my pocket, and then hand her the letter.
No, what was that
And-
thing? Why,
I hand her pull out the wine bottle. It's my wine bottle. I carried it
no,
everywhere.
the other thing.
Your diary.
She's giving him the shifty twerk. Like, what is
Is
that?
it twitching too?
Twitching eyebrow, twitching eyelids. Oh yeah,
Nervous twitch.
nervous twitch.
Yeah,
With
so
the
since
pursed
I'm
lips.
holding a baby and she can't hurt somebody who's holding a baby, I'll say we needed more information so we could find you and make sure you were safe.
Da, you were missing.
I don't know what it says.
So
I
you know
didn't
how
read
Bear does the little, like, whenever you get too close to him and his lip just starts going. Like, as you, like, lean in, I just, like.
it. I'll bounce little baby Zuzu. Little baby Zuzu.
Threw up again.
That's okay.
I will hand her her journal back. And the letter at the same time. Da, I received this via messenger. And she takes journal, paper, and flesh.
Yes.
Ah!
I'll
Oh!
open the message.
And then I
Look down.
reach in my other pocket and I pull out the wrench I stole from her workplace. Da, and this belongs to you. And if she's busy, I'll just hand it to Taka.
Yeah, Tara will take it. I was looking for that spanner.
And I'll pull out the 9 bolts I got from the boat. Da, do you like souvenirs? They're long 9-inch bolts. I found these. They were lying on dock. Man just gave me mulled wine. I'm going to give him 9-inch steel bolts.
I might have a use for those.
Great, he can have them.
Buy for a new trap.
What does the note say?
The note says, "Meet me at the Falling Star tomorrow night. You know where it is."
Look at the writing.
It's very fancy. Not as fancy as calligraphy, but
An educated person wrote this.
And harassing the.
We've been
But this doesn't mean anything to her.
without yes.
yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of go, okay. So we're going to this place tomorrow? The Falling Star?
Well-
Falling Star?
We're all...
You shouldn't go to the Falling Star. That's a dangerous part of town, especially for a child.
Da! For a child.
Good thing I'm not a child.
Da! Good thing you are not.
Yeah.
And I look at Taka, like, give him this, like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You know.
Well, he's protecting his ward.
When they say, good thing you're not a child, I'm saying, oh, you're definitely not.
And I kind of like, I'll walk up to him and get like in his face and pull him down by his collar. And
You don't say anything about what you saw. Alright.
And I just drink some more wine while I'm holding the baby. Zuzu.
I think by this point, Nefera has figured out, oh, she has no idea what any of us have been doing, so this note is meaningless to her.
Yep.
So,
There is zero context in that letter. And
I reach over and say, have you heard about Emmett's friend who disappeared
I will step in and be like, Da, this is probably not the best place to be talking about
thank
these
you,
kind of
because
things.
there's like
I know
20
Nefera.
listening ears right now.
I know Nefera, and she has a tact issue, so I stop up.
Yeah, so she'd just say, have you heard about Emmett's friend?
And
And then,
yeah. Yes, my friend, the one that is also missing. We should go. We should talk about this.
okay.
We will walk you home.
Yeah, I'll unhinge the small children that are like kind of crawling all over me and doing stuff and put them down. Give
Okay.
them little like squishy hugs.
Yep.
Down. Walk it up. I'll walk over to
Azalunda, yes.
Azalunda and Trey, and I'll walk over to them and I will give them small little hugs and say thank you for your hospitality. It was a delicious dinner, and I promise that next time I come over, it will be announced, and I'll also bring something delicious.
And the little girl, Jukoa, she said, but we're still going on a picnic tomorrow, right?
Absolutely.
Yay!
And I'll even have time to make something before I come over.
And you can braid my hair like yours is.
Yes, I will braid your hair.
Da, we need the gold. This one keeps climbing in pocket. I am not trying to take one home with me.
And then I'll turn to Taka and I'll say, thank you, Taka. Thank you for letting me come over and for a wonderful dinner.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome here anytime.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
So they will all
My
like,
children.
yeah, and you hear like a chorus of byes and see you tomorrows and all that
And
kind of stuff.
And I bet they even try to say bye louder than other ones.
Yes,
Probably,
it's a
yeah.
contest.
And I'll hand baby Zuzu off to the closest responsible looking government people.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine.
Before you hand him off, it goes. Bleh.
And the parrot will lean down and wait until Nox head bumps her.
Yep. And so yeah, you guys untangle yourselves from Taka and Taka's wonderful little family and head out into the night.
Going to the Quad Iron Inn.
Yes. What do you tell Inari?
When we arrive at the Quad Iron Inn, I will tell her about the longest night and the tragedy that happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
About my loss, and I give her the letter that was at Beth's house.
Mm-hmm.
And then I begin telling her that over the past 2 weeks,
Yes.
week and a half, other than being thrown in jail, and me, Hagan, and Nefera have been doing some fuckery against the Griffins. I give her the lowdown of everything we've taken, including like showing off one or two of the bottles from Jessica's sister-in-law's house, telling about the rumors we've been spreading, leaving behind the bottles, why I borrowed that wrench when I went by her place at one time, and just give her the lowdown of everything. And and in the middle of that, be like, oh yeah, by the way, Yashirim got a
Promotion.
and then go back to my story because it's more important.
And the entire time, I'm like,
So then we get to the point where we're tonight and we get the message from the messenger that's handed to me. He was specifically looking for me. Where I say that most likely this was written by somebody with an education. It could possibly be Hellstrom.
Yeah, I'll say it looks kind of like his handwriting.
It could be Alexia. And it could be the Griffins.
okay, so I've seen Alexia's writing
Mhm.
because I read her journal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, so it's fine for you to read somebody's journal, but when tables have turned, it's not okay.
That's not in question right now. We don't even know she read that journal. That's her own conflict. But we know that she's read Alexia's writing, so she might be able to identify it if it's Alexia's writing.
Okay. Do you have linguistics?
He does have knowledge local though.
That's true. All right, go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your intelligence. Do it.
Uh, 18.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't look like her writing.
Okay. Well, it's definitely not Alexia's writing.
So someone educated and well-mannered wrote this, and they want to see me at the
Falling Star.
Falling Star
Tomorrow night.
tomorrow night.
No, you have not.
Yeah, maybe Father Demas could pick it out, but we've made friends and enemies. I have made friends and enemies, and your Grabberson, Stabby McStabberface, would be really appreciated tomorrow night in case shit goes sideways.
Oh. Okay.
Because even though people might think of you as a child, and this is what Emmett will say, even though people say you are a child, you're not. You have skills and special training and understanding of things. And we as a team have worked together to solve problems. And this letter is vague and makes me feel like wall of shit is heading straight for me. And I do not wish to stand alone.
Yeah.
And so you shall not. I'm definitely probably be able to take it. Would I have been able to work on it a little bit, at least to get like, you know, the worked out?
No. You have been following Taka and trying to keep up with this little gobber for 2 weeks now, and you have not had time to do any of your own projects.
Okay. Well, he'll still have his bottle, but I'm pretty sure I can bring him.
Okay.
I have to talk to my boss.
Okay.
All right. So, we are going to fast forward to the tomorrow night. How are you guys looking right now for times and stuff? Are you guys okay for a little bit longer?
Oh shit, yeah.
Can we take a break?
Well, we have to pack, and then I also have I've been dyeing fabric today for our wedding outfits,
Okay.
and it's still in the bathtub right now. Yeah, it needs to be washed like hardcore.
Okay. Well, that's fine. So we can call it, because this is the launching point into the actual module. So
Cool.
we will start at tomorrow night, game time, not real life, and find out what exactly is going on.
Oh, so we're gaming tomorrow too?
No, we're not. That's what I said. Not real life. In game time. In game life.
Now I get it. Now I understand it. Game
Okay.
time. Game time.
Okay. So lots of awesome stuff happening.
That was
That
definitely
was
fun.
really awesome, Jay. I like that.
Yes, you are.
It's like, no, you're a child. No, she is not. Oh,
Very nice.
That's the quote of the night right there.
All right.
You will tell no one what you read.
So, things that we can, yes, things that, oh.
Guy, it's probably just like, I let her manhandle me and be like, you better not tell anyone.
If anybody wants to do any character stuff in between now and then on the Slack, we can totally do that. Like, Sarah, if you wanted to have your picnic adventures, we can do that on the Slacks.
Also
And,
negotiating
and
with
negotiating
your boss.
with your boss as well. And if anybody else has any things they want to do the day before
John does.
you do stuff. Yeah, John has to find out where Emmett's belongings are and retrieve them. So
Yes.
we'll do that on Slack. And yeah, so I think we've got some stuff to carry us over till the next game session, and then we will pick up with the actual adventures and stop doing all this running around town bullshit.
Oh,
Huh?
it's been fun.
It has been fun. Oh, all right.
Now I have a third family.
I know, right? The gabbers.
All right, well, this is
All right.
it for the streaming.
Yep,
then?
we're stopping the stream. Thanks, everybody. If you guys hung out, if you didn't, well, I mean, you're watching this on YouTube then. So, okay, thanks, bye.